Someone has sat me down when I was 22 and said, "Oh, here's exactly how you're going to spend your money. This is exactly what you need to do with your money." I'm definitely sure my life would look better right now. And that's not because I was doing terrible things or bad things with my money, but because nobody actually told me. I was not aware. All I knew to do was make money, do this one, have a skill, build a portfolio, anything to just make money, right? But not how to spend it. All I was doing was working, 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 making money, make money. And I expected that everything was going to sort itself. But I was naive. I didn't know any better that money doesn't sort itself. You have to sort money out. So if you're Gen Z like me between 20 to 25, your problem is not that you need a new skill. You actually do not need a new skill. You just have to look into what you have already and see, okay, what am I actually doing wrong? So today I want to tell you exactly what I did. How I've been able to build myself from the stage of, oh, where's my money, to I've been able to account for my money. I've been able to save. I've been able to start building wealth, even as little as you can think of. But before I tell you what I did, let me just give you the basis. When I was 22, I was in 200 level, and all my life, I've been a fashion designer because immediately after secondary school, I went straight down to learn tailoring. And ever since then, I've been making money. Even with the little knowledge I had back then, I was still making money. But the only thing was that I was making money. I was just making money. That was everything. I wasn't building wealth. I wasn't building the money that I have. I could say that I was privileged because a lot of people, a lot of students at my age back then were not making how much I was making. And I could afford normal things for myself. I could call my parents and be like, "Oh, I'm sorted for the month. You don't need to give me money. You don't need to send me anything." So I was okay. But at the end of the month, I will look at my account and be like, "Okay, I actually bought this, I did this, but that was all. Where is the remaining money? Like, where did the money go?" Just imagine I made maybe up to 150 or 100,000 naira in a month, and I could only account for maybe 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira. And my question is, where is the remaining money? Where did they go to? No, it is even okay that you can say, okay, this is what I spent my money on. But the worst part is when you cannot actually account for where the money went to. Like, it wasn't like I bought a house or I bought a car or I did something major. The money just disappeared. Actually, they didn't disappear. You spent it, but you didn't know. And so that was when I realized something, that a lot of us has been taught how to make money, but not how to spend money, not how money actually works. And being a woman is actually very worse because the mentality is, oh, money is not in our department. You don't need to make money. Someone else will do it for you. All you have to do is to be in the kitchen, make food, take care of the house, do chores and all. Money is not your problem. And that is a lie. A lot of us believed it. I believed it, and a lot of people also believed it. So that was when I realized something, that nobody's coming to save you. That's someone they told you that would do it. You are the someone. You are the only one that can save yourself. So I started to learn. I started to, give myself some senses. And in the process, I was making mistake. I was trying again, making mistake, trying again and again and again. And that is why I'm here, talking to you, sharing with you what I have figured out. Because I don't want you to waste years I have wasted. If someone should ask me right now that, okay, if I want to start building wealth from scratch, what am I going to do as a 25 years old? The first step is, before you fix money, fix your mind. I know this is not what you expect me to say. You expect me to say, oh, maybe start saving, start investing, and everything, yada, yada, yada. But that is not your first step. One thing you need to do is to decide that money is my business. Like, money is my garden business. Being a Christian, we were told that, oh, you cannot be so ambitious about money. You cannot think about money. Money is the root of all evil. You just have to be low key, to be righteous, and everything. That is a very bad thing. It is actually bad for you. Vomit it. Vomit it right now. Because the truth is, money actually does not come to people that are passive about it. For money to come to you, you have to be very active. You have to be furious. You have to want it. You have to desire it. You need to let money know that, oh, this girl is serious about me. That is only when money can come to you. So in your decision, you are making money decision every day. Even with the little that you have, you're able to say, okay, you are controlling money. That is how money can come to you. Not being low key. Oh, I don't want to be my dear, you gotta be you have to be too loud. You have to be too loud about it. You have to be furious about money. So here's some mindset shifts that you need to think about. Number one, saving is not deprivation. You're not depriving yourself. You're only buying your future. Number two, investment is not gambling. Although investment is risk, but only very dangerous when you do not know about it or you're going about it blindly. And number three, starting small is not a failure. Everyone starts small. Everyone has that lowest point that they started from. So if you're thinking, oh, maybe you need 1 million naira or 100 million naira or 1 billion naira to start something or to start investing, to start saving, to start building wealth, my dear, you lie. Because even as little as your 5,000 naira or your 150,000 naira salary every month, you can start building something. After this mindset shift, the next thing you need to know, which brings me to my second step, is to know your numbers. Know your numbers. Know how much comes into your account every single month. Just for example, maybe you're receiving 150,000 naira a salary every month, but you also do a freelance job that earns you about 50,000 naira. That's 200,000 naira. Maybe gift family members. You know that okay, at the end of every month, this is how much I have in my account. Not being able to account or say this is how much actually comes to my account is the beginning of your problem because you cannot even say that this is how much I make. After knowing how much you make, the next step is to understand how much goes out of your account every month. And this is where journaling or writing comes in. One mistake I have made up until now was that I don't like writing things down. So I just believe that, oh, once I know it, I know it. Once I have it in my head, I know it. That is a very wrong move. So you want to make sure that you always write things down. Have a journal, have a note, something you can always go back to every single day. How much did I spend this week? How much did I spend this month? If you want to test yourself, just open your bank details one day, maybe in the evening, just scroll through your history and see how much you actually spent. Not how much you think that you spent, how much you actually spent. Those subscription that you never needed, but they keep deducting the money from your account. All the little things that eventually piled up to become a large thing, to become a very big thing. Just check everything. And the last thing you're going to do is to bridge the gap. How much comes in and how much goes out? How much is left? So no matter how small, you don't need to be shy about it. Even if you notice that okay, at the end of the month, I have just 25 naira left. That is where we are going to start building. And now it now depends on what do you need to do to remedy the situation. Whether you're going to keep your savings low, you're going to reduce how much you spend every month, or you're going to increase your source of income. There are expenses that you cannot go without every month. And that is when you need to understand, okay, am I going to reduce my expenses, how much I spent, or am I going to increase my income? These 2 points I just mentioned is something that if you actually pay attention or set the foundation right, like very right, it's going to change a lot of things about understanding your finances, understanding how much money comes into you, having the right mindset about money, and knowing how to spend money. My next video, I'll be telling you the next step to do or that I did to start building wealth in my 20s. So, thank you for watching and see you in my next video.